Welcome back to another episode of Last One y Nos Vamos.
Yes, guys, welcome back to another episode, mi gente.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. If you are new here, if this is your first time watching us, welcome to your new casita. And my name is Margarita. You can find me on TikTok and on Instagram as your favorite Margarita.
And my name is Lorenzo Lanchito. You can find me at Last One y Nos Vamos or Ruthless Clothing.
Yes, sir. How do you like my hair? It was giving reportera vibes. Oh my gosh. Speaking of reporteras, did you see that guy that put himself in flames during the trial of Donald Trump's, Donald Trump's trial?
Mm-hmm.
That is freaking crazy. And the reason why I said reportera is because it was just so much going on. Like that guy lit himself on fire. His name is Max A. We'll say Max A. I can't remember his last name. He lit himself on fire. And then I'm telling you, there was just so much going on. The reportera was outside and all of a sudden she's like, oh my gosh, like there's this man that lit himself on fire. Watch, we'll show the clip right now.
Lit himself out in fire in front of the courthouse right now. We are watching as they're playing. We can smell the air. I can smell the burning of some sort of a flesh.
That's crazy. The fact that she was saying that she was able to smell burning flesh, that is okay. I know it's probably not the right moment, but they say that we smell like bacon. So I wonder if it smelled like bacon or like pork. No, like pork. Okay.
That's the same thing.
What?
Pork and bacon's the same. Basically, it comes from the same thing.
I'm like, I wonder if it still smells the same. But okay, back to seriousness now. Go ahead.
I very doubt it that it smells like bacon. Just say that. But he was lit for about 52 seconds, I believe.
52 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
It took somebody from the inside of the court to come out with the fire extinguisher.
I know. And it's crazy because I was like, man, he's done for. I really thought he was going to be done for. But did you know he survived?
Yeah, he was in critical condition.
Yeah. And you already, like, you saw the video how people were just trying to, like, go everywhere. Did you find out the reason why? Like, did you see anywhere the reason why he did it?
There's a lot of speculation why.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they already gave the full answer, but obviously people on the internet is going to start coming with their own answers too. I don't know if you really have the 100% in detail which one it is, but I heard from there was, the whole war situation going on before that. And then the whole Trump trial that they barely had to pick the people for the actual trial.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't too sure what it was.
Yeah, no, I did see, I read the manifesto, but there's like some really big terms that I don't understand, honestly.
And that is another thing that they were like, oh, we're not too sure where is it coming because before he lit himself, I don't know if you saw that he grabbed papers and threw them in the ground.
I didn't see that part. I only got to see when the reporter. I've only seen that video, the one where the reportera is like going off on what's going on.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, the elections are coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a big part on that. No, but I think a lot more is coming than just the elections.
Yeah, I know. No, and you know how much I love conspiracies. Mm-hmm. Like that would happen. It can probably be like some type of stunt. I don't know. Maybe they paid him really good. I don't know. They has to do something. Because you know how whenever there's like a really big thing that goes on, it's usually like around elections and all of that. Mm-hmm. So just to detract the people. Story. Yeah. Just to detract people from like what's actually going on. Because I guess there was like, for example, there was in the news que supuestamente that Russia was like near the U.S. or like by Alaska, y no sé qué tanto más. And then there was something really big going on in the news. And I think it was when the submarine exploded.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So there's always like certain things like that happen to kind of like
derail you.
Yeah. Kind of like make you look the other way.
But I believe Russia is basically connected to Alaska. So
they're
no
really
matter
close.
it doesn't really. Is it a big story? Like, okay, if you hear that story, like, oh, Russia is very close to the United States. Well, obviously, it's very close because I believe it's connected through Alaska.
I don't know if I said that part, but that their ships that Russia had their ships near Alaska or like by the near the border of Alaska or something like that. And yeah. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. But I hope that wasn't boring. I just thought it was freaking crazy that this guy lit himself on fire to prove a point. And I get it. That's not the smartest way to do it, but he's making news everywhere. I'm pretty sure not just in the US, he's making news everywhere. Because if you were to, you know how those people go out in the streets and they're like, Jesus loves you. Mm-hmm. You're going to hell. Nobody would have listened to him. But if you set yourself on fire, people are going to listen.
Well, you got a point there. I'm not too sure about the whole process, protesting. Like I lived through it as well. Like I mentioned it before with the whole immigration laws and school. Don't go to school. Again, everybody's gonna do it. Whoever wants to do it, and that's it. As you, I feel the same way. Some people just don't think outside the box. But again, if they want to put their point out like that, go for it.
There's so much that's freaking going on in the world, and we're barely in April. Like, what the heck? Like, did you hear about Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia?
Yes.
Dubai?
What's going on over there right now?
Dubai?
Oh, Dubai. Yes, Dubai. Specifically Dubai. ¿Qué está pasando allá, Lenchito?
Está making actual islands. You know, they have islands like a palm.
No.
You don't know,
like an oasis?
Dubai actually made like homes, but they make their own physical island from palms. You never saw that? No. Wow. Well, the whole point is that they were trying to get people to come by, and they made this resort or these homes in this palm shape inside the water, inside the ocean. So that's what I'm saying. I guess now they really want islands for sure, right? Because so much water that was raining.
Apparently. But you know how it's crazy how, I guess I heard that they've been doing it for a really long time. I don't know if you heard that.
No.
TikTok told me that I guess they've been doing it for a long time where they've been controlling the weather out there just so that they can get rainfall. Yeah, no?
I think what I heard that Dubai had just starting messing with it, so it got out of hand because they haven't really done it.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, again, if you believe it, here in California, I see trails.
Chemtrails.
I see trails. I'm going to say it that way. And we see it more. But I think Europe's starting to use it as well because there's people that really travel to Europe and they're saying like, oh, the weather is, raining right now. When obviously these people have went like, let's say, for example, more than 3 times or 5 times in their lifetime in those specific days. And it was never that type of weather, meaning rainy. So that's why Dubai, I think, started messing with them, but they don't do trails. They do cloud seeds or cloud
seeding or something like that.
Cloud seeding.
Yeah, I saw that, but I saw that there was like, it kind of looks like a cloud of smoke. Like, yeah, I guess like clouds.
Well, it's a cloud with salt. It's the same thing as a trail, but this is obviously from the ground and it's going up in the sky. And I think that was like the first ways to do it. As we talked about it before, another episode, they actually started it here in San Diego, or the guy, the chemist. So if you guys want to go back in some of the other episodes with Jay, he was in it. There's this guy that started it here in California, and that was the way he used to do it, from that ground and basically throw the clouds up.
Yeah. And see, that's why I like conspiracy theories, because there's so many things that have been like denied, or that either they don't deny or, ¿cómo se dice? Deny or confirm. But all of these things are coming up now.
Well, because how are you going to prove it?
Well, but like the thing is like, why keep it such a big secret? Like the whole chemtrails, like I remember seeing them from elementary school, seeing that in the sky.
Okay, but so this is why they don't really bring it out to light.
Why?
Because think about it. What does light do to you? Obviously, we know you don't like the sun.
Oh, it gives you vitamin D.
But what else? Like you don't
vitamin
feel...
D
okay, let's say, for example, during the week, it's nice and sunny, right? And now during the weekend, somehow, some way, it's becoming cloudy. So what is your mood change?
Happy. I'm the opposite.
Be realistic though.
Well, okay, so realistically speaking, the majority of the population they prefer sunshine over gloomy days.
Oh, it makes you feel good, right?
That's the sun makes you feel happy,
Like obviously
and it's like, oh my gosh.
we have the barbecues out there. Like
Yeah.
you're happy because you're doing barbecues, so it gets you in the mood.
Yeah.
So they're saying the way they're controlling people is by making them like very, I don't want to say sad, but making them feel like very down. Like they're not able to process things very quick because you're just like, oh, I'm sleepy, I'm tired, you know, kind of situations just like the eclipse.
Okay. Como dicen los de bueno, you're cooking because if you are out with your family, if you're barbecuing, you're not on your phone. Yeah, some people are probably gonna be on the phone, but let's put it this way. You're either, talking to someone, you're not on your phone all the time and just letting your phone feed your mind. But instead of, when it's sunshine, you're out and about. But if it's gloomy, you want to be inside, chilling, sleeping, or on your phone, or
watching a movie, Netflix
and chill.
Sí, come on.
No, you're right. Damn, that's a good point. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
I mean, I'm a person that can say for sure, living here in California, there was no way we ever had this weather like this. It's been becoming a thing now.
And see, I freaking love it. And you know what? I don't care. I mean, I appreciate some sunshine if it's not hot. I appreciate some gloomy days, and I can still go out. I'll be fine.
The only beneficial why it's cloudy and raining for me that I see in my eyes is because we have water.
We get water.
California, guys, these bills are pretty hefty. But guess what? By summertime, when it starts getting hot, they're going to say we don't have any more water.
Oh, we don't have any more water. Well, save it. Dang it.
Well, they don't want to. Come on. It has to do with money. We go back to it again.
It is. It's always about the Benjamins.
So they're not going to save the water for us. They're just going to go let it out to the river or to the ocean, and we're going to be paying for it. So this is the second reason why, being cloudy gets me a little on the angry side, because I know realistically what's coming. Even though I already have bad days being cloudy and I see it raining, and then here comes summertime and it reminds me again, like so much water for no reason.
But last year we didn't have any signs that there was a drought.
Yeah, there was.
There was?
Yeah.
I don't remember the signs.
They were still putting them up. Hey, save water, conserve water.
Well, yeah, I think that's something that they've always promoted, que no? No?
In these years, yes.
I guess you're right.
But back in the day, we didn't really hear it like this.
Yeah, no, I guess you're right, because I remember I guess I can remember that it was recently, because when I saw the sign up about there being a drought, I was scared. I was genuinely scared. I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to shower? No, but I seriously thought, I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're going to run out of water. Just like in New Mexico. Weren't you telling me that New Mexico is running out of water?
It was not me.
No, not New Mexico. Mexico City. I feel like it was you. Someone told me that Mexico City is running out of water. That's sad. But I mean, okay, back to the whole rain thing. See, and another, just I guess, just to end this part. Do you have anything else for Saudi?
I mean, did you see the videos? How bad it was?
No, I did. It was pretty bad. And see, that's what you get for messing with Mother Nature. Yeah,
and let's say this. Obviously, Dubai has, not saying everybody has the moolah, but a lot of people do. I think they still have, lower class, middle class, and higher class. But guess what?
What?
They start messing with these things, and people don't realize that something else is going to be coming. For example, here in California, we already have insurances leaving us that they don't want to renew the contract with some people. And just recently, there was 2 more insurance companies that don't want to renew. So what's going to happen?
Here in California.
Yes.
Oh, dang.
So if nobody wants to insure your home, you better have that money to be able to fix it.
Oh, shoot.
Now imagine all the damage they did in Dubai.
In Dubai. And that's the thing, that they're probably not even prepared for all of that. They probably don't have like the structure. I don't know how they structured there. Well, it's mainly I know they have houses in Dubai.
Well, it's a desert, right? I mean, what happens here? Like our mountains, they get dried up, we get the water, and then we start getting mudslides. So imagine
quicksand out there.
Imagine there. It's, there's gonna be some stuff happening that they've never seen probably.
That's why it's some places it doesn't rain so much, and then there's some places that it does rain a lot, and then maybe the ground is ready for it. No sé.
Yeah, pretty much. We didn't talk about it, but what happened?
¿Dónde?
Talking about New York earlier in the episode, and what happened? They got an earthquake, and some of these buildings are not ready for that too. So,
yep. And that's something that here in California they started doing a lot, like at Valley College. I don't know if I ever told you, but a lot of but their newer buildings, I think they got rid of a lot of their or maybe all of their old buildings already. But a lot of the new buildings you can see like the beams. Yeah, the structure, like the beams inside, and it's supposedly so that the building doesn't come crashing down. But I'm thinking, like, is it just the esqueleto that's gonna stay up and everything else is gonna fall, that we can just pick it up?
No, it's just more like a reinforcement. It's made or produced for it to move with the earthquake, I believe.
Well, I know, hopefully, I'm sure. Well, not hopefully. I know we're going to get the big one day, but I think Valley College is the first place I'm going to go after the earthquake.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, did it work or did it not? Because, I mean, how do they actually know? They probably have some, like, dummies
they do
that
3Ds and stuff like that. I've seen, like, when they do, I don't know if it's architect school or an architect class where I don't know if you ever seen the bridge. Like, a lot of the times, like, they're doing the stitch and the bridge and, like, you structure it and then they start putting weights.
No.
Well, they basically start doing that. They start putting weights, and then they see how much weight can they basically carry before it breaks down. And obviously there's groups that make different type of bridges, so they see which way works the best.
Oh, I know, tiene su chiste. Damn, just like that bridge that went down in Baltimore. But they said that one was really old. Yeah,
obviously. I mean, who would have thought we were gonna have these massive ships with these massive tons, crashing into this bridge.
But they said that was a malfunction, no?
On the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, but either way, I really think that a massive ship like that, I don't think anything in its way will be standing.
Obviously, they're going to have to make the new bridge capable to withstand that. I mean, you're not going to be able to say, oh, we need millions or billions of dollars and, make a bridge that is going to fall again.
That made me be scared of the bridges even more.
But something that made me remind to the New Yorkers about the whole
earthquake.
Reminded me back in the day when I was a kid and we had the drills here in elementary. I don't know if they still have them or not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah? They still have the fire drill, lockdown drill, and earthquake drill.
And we had to go underneath the table.
Yes.
Yo era un grandulón que apenas cabía. Pinche, my knee was sticking out. I probably was going to have no kneecap. Do they have it like in college where they just have a little mesita with a chair where we used to use them for chiropractors? To our backs?
I think the middle schools do. But the elementary school
we used to have like a big old desk.
Yeah. No, now it's just like a little tiny square like this.
Yeah? Well,
yeah, bien
like
chiquita.
In my elementary, I remember we had like a full desk. So there was like a full desk, and then we had like a little side where we used to put our books.
Bin? Yeah. Yeah,
those were like macizas.
Those, they still have those. And then they also have like the little small ones. It's probably smaller than the dinner table. The little small one, like the TV.
But with the chair attached, right? The chiropractor one.
No, I haven't seen the chiropractor ones. Maybe the middle schools do.
Well, but you've seen the chiropractor
style.
Because you haven't seen the chiropractor ones. That's why
I know which ones.
You're not in the same subject here?
Oh, man, you would get the best back cracks with those. The chiropractor chairs, those were nice. Well, talking about school and the chiropractic chairs, it reminded me of the story that I saw. You know me, I freaking love and appreciate hustlers, people who que no nomás andan sentados waiting for shit to be handed to them. Okay, right? I always have to go there.
I'm always waiting for you.
What?
To handle some shit over.
Had some shit over to you?
Handle some shit over.
No, but we help each other out. I know. No, but I have to say, because we're both hard workers, and we said it over and over again, and this is not gonna be the last time we say it, because we have to toot our own freaking horns. But the story that I was talking about that it reminded me of, that I saw, was these two kids, honey. They were two kids. Uno estaba en una bicicleta. Y el otro was like it kind of looked like a scooter, but it still had like the pedals. And then on the back, it had what is it called? Like a crate, like a container like to store, like a storage bin. Mm-hmm. It had a big storage bin. And one of the kids was wearing an Amazon vest. Mm-hmm. And they were delivering packages.
Legally or illegally?
Okay, that's the thing. And you know what? I'm going to respect the hustle. I'm not going to bash them or anything. But these kids, yeah.
I'm not saying bashing them illegally or illegally doing this. But I mean, I know when I was a kid, I wanted to hustle like that too. So they're hustling right now, but you are amazed the way they're hustling. Yeah, no, I was amazed because, mind you, the biggest point here is that these kids were delivering packages, and they looked like they were probably in high school. Yeah, they had to be high school, but they didn't look like they were old enough to qualify to be an Amazon Flex driver. Okay. And they were just going around delivering stuff. And to me, I'm really proud of that, because like you said, you wanted to be a hustler, make your money, make your change to buy whatever it is that you wanted as a kid. Me too. I've told this story before that I wanted to, whenever we would go to piñatas or parties, I would set up my little table in front of the house, even though my street was a dead end street and nobody can go there, and I wanted to sell my stuff. Mm-hmm. So me looking at these kids, like, I'm just like, kudos to them. The only problem about this that I have, again, going back to the legally or illegally, because obviously they have to be a certain age to work at Amazon, is like, is this more for clout? Like for clout? Yeah, where they're dressing up like an Amazon and packages and showing like, oh, yeah, we're delivering, but it was obviously, if you liked it, how many other people didn't like that? See, okay, now you're making me think, but I want to think that somebody else was recording these kids. Okay, they looked like they was just going about their day. You know, they deliver the package and then, okay, on to the next delivery. But come on. Let's, for sure, like, you wouldn't be that person recording them and asking them like, oh, like, is this your hustle? Or, you know, like, that person being an adult, you have to ask. But before we continue, can I show you the video really quick, just so you can see like the whole thing that's going on? Sure. Okay, we're going to put up the clip right now. All right, we're back. Okay. All right. I'm sorry to say, but I think you got gypped there. I don't think they're really at the Amazon delivering like around the neighborhood. I think it's more like for a cloud type of video. You think so? Yeah. But the other reason why I'm really saying this is because it reminds me back of your trash can kid, you know, that was cleaning the trash cans. The garbage kid. He basically, I think it's trash. I think trash can, because if you say garbage is it's the garbage kid. Yeah, but like for the people that haven't seen the video, I want to say trash can, because if you say garbage, like, what, he's picking up the garbage or something? You get me? Yeah, I'm like, let's post it again. But basically, the trash can kid, for my eyes and for people can get an idea, like their parents were there helping them, and you know, they were like, they show their face. Yeah. So that's why I'm feeling like it's a little more like just a video for people can like. I mean, whatever the reason is, okay? For me, in my eyes, I'm going to respect the hustle, okay? I quiero decir que sí, you know, like I quiero decir que, to me, I quiero decir that, you know, maybe somebody helped them out, right? Maybe an adult helped them out. It's probably most likely not legal to do that. But let's say like an adult said, okay, you know, here, I'll put in my information, but you're going to have to figure out the whole transportation thing. And these kids said, you know what, I'm going to link up a little carrito and I'm going to link up a crate, fill it up. You know, maybe whoever the adult got the account for them, because you have to be 18 years or older, maybe they went to go pick up the packages for them and said, here, go deliver them. And, you know, it's unsafe, but
maybe, I don't know. We're not getting the full picture here. We're not getting the full story. My point is that these kids are young and they're not spending their time, maybe wasting their time on their phones or, whatever it is that these kids do nowadays to waste their time.
All right. Well, if you want to have that picture, everybody go look at the video and you guys give your opinion on it. The thing that I was going to say, that one great idea that this video does show, para todos los eloteros, paleteros, and fruit people. I was thinking, because before I saw this video, I was like, I in my mind thought already, like, I bet they got an electrical bike and started going everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's basically what they have. And I'm like, hey, well, come on. You guys can do this. Teloteros and paleteros. Like, hey, just grab a bicycle and, go around. Obviously, these bikes have about, I think, like 15 miles or 26 miles. I mean, that's a pretty good charge just to go around, a couple blocks one day, and then you pick another area. So go watch the video, guys. Paleteros and eloteros.
Or anybody.
The fruit people.
Or just anybody, right?
Pick up this idea from these kids.
See, going back to, I know we're just like, okay, I'm looking at the time. But see, I'm trying to think, because I want to go back to how you were telling me, like, how you really going to want to do that for your kids? I think so. Because están los Girl Scouts, right? Like, there's usually an adult around with them. So I wouldn't mind, if my kid wanted to do something like this, or maybe I'll plant that little seed into them to see like, hey, you know what? You want to make your money. You want to go here. You want to go there. Let's hustle. Like, okay, once you're done with your homework, whatever the case may be, ya en el futuro. Maybe I can give them this idea and I can go around with them. I can park somewhere. They go down the block. Hey, knock, knock, knock on the doors. And then maybe just for maybe like an hour or so.
So they can earn their money. Remember, there's laws too.
Yeah, there are laws.
Especially on this type of way they're doing it, the flex Amazon way, I just feel like it's a little hard. But again, don't, like, whatever you want to do with your kids and you want to have them that hustle in mind, go for it. That's a great thing to have.
That's what I want. Yeah, I want my kids to have that hustler mind. Okay. Y que les nazca, and even si no les nace, just like plant it into them. Because I feel like there are kids, while you're, whoever has kids, they pretty much follow the parents' steps. Sometimes, not all the time. So I feel like, we're hustlers. I feel like we are hardworking people. So I hope they do. And I do want to give a shout out to somebody. And I don't know if you'll ever watch it, but El Miguelón. I don't think I've ever shouted him out or like praised him for it, but he's a hustler too. Like ever since that I can remember, he's been a hustler también. So shout out to him. Proud of you. Keep it going. ¿Verdad? Unas palabritas para Miguelón.
No, he already knows that he is a true hustler. Pues hablando de hustlers and another thing about, jobs, we had already heard about the whole California minimum wage going up here for fast food restaurants. Again, I think in reality, it's like all restaurants and just one of them got secluded. I don't know if you know that part of it.
No.
Supposedly. But we're not really going to go into that. If you guys want to know about it, go Google it or whatever. And
I want to know.
It has to do with Newsom, with our governor.
Newsom?
Yeah, let's move on to the actual topic, the real reason why I'm bringing this topic. Recently, my work went to go get some food for us. And specifically Chick-fil-A. Okay. So we know how Chick-fil-A, what we have heard is that it has pretty good benefits or good pay, correct?
Good pay,
And they don't work Sundays.
Okay.
That's a plus. So this bill comes for our food and in an extreme higher than usual. If you haven't been anywhere recently, the prices have went up.
Okay.
Some places went $1, some places went some, cents. So imagine the obvious receipt from back in the day. This person always goes and buys it. So he saw that it was a way higher quantity. So he even called in and said, hey, it's kind of expensive now. You know, he just did it because he didn't want to, like, hey, you spend over the budget situation. So him, from being curious, he's like, well, I guess, with you guys getting $20, you guys have to make it up some way. And he asked the Chick-fil-A person that was helping him. He's like, oh yeah, like, you know, our prices went up because the whole new law in California. But unfortunately, with the $20 law, they have cut our hours now.
What?
So some way they're compensating from all of this is by, obviously, you don't think about it. You think about it, oh, I'm going to make $20 now. But if you get those 40, well, as long as you get 32 and higher, you're still a full-time employee.
Yeah.
And this could be beneficial for some of you, because I don't know if you know these laws like this. Like, if you're working for a certain time, 32 hours and higher, you're officially supposed to be a full-timer if you're a part-timer.
Yeah.
Okay.
In California.
But, yeah, some people don't know all of this. So that's why I'm saying that. So unfortunately, this person got his hours cut. And we didn't see this coming, or they didn't see it coming, right?
No, they did it. So now it doesn't even matter if you got the $20 raise, because either way they're going to cut your hours. So it's at the end, it's just going to balance out to the same thing, to the same pay.
Right.
Yeah. So like after you get your check again, it's going to be the same. So
Right.
you're not going to see the difference.
So my other thought of this is, and some people were saying it before it happened, but it was like, well, obviously after high school, one of the first jobs usually young adults go and get is fast foods, right? But now they're saying like, oh, well, they're not really gonna hire young people because it's $20, for example. But the other reasons as well is like, do you really want to pay $20 to somebody that probably doesn't have no experience? And obviously these young adults don't have any experience.
Yeah.
You want to pay $20 with somebody that has at least a 2 to a year background on fast food. But this is a bad thing because we didn't think about this.
Wasn't Chick-fil-A already paying their employees $20 already, or over $20? Or no, or that was, and I know In-N-Out was paying them over a minimum wage. But I don't know about In-N-Out. I mean, Chick-fil-A.
You basically start, you know, I think Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out, for example, are one of the two fast food restaurants that they will start you kind of like in the middle, I mean, on the minimum wage or a little bit higher, but then you will get your increased pay for every month or every year, a pretty, you know, higher rate at a time. So, but now that you're $20 al putazo, in my eyes, the reason why I was telling you, I don't think I'll be hiring, if I was a company, these people that are coming straight from high school. I'm not saying they want to work on that now, but you're not going to get that opportunity like before, because that $20, I need somebody that has some experience with it now, in my eyes.
I don't know. That just sucks. And then what was minimum wage before?
I think it was 16.
16. Dang, that's a big jump. I thought it was always I thought they always increased like $1 every
2 to 4 years, but esta vez, yeah, it was a high amount.
So then I wonder, I should have checked if like at the grocery store, because I went to Stater Brothers this morning and I bought some cucumbers, but I didn't check how much it was. But I mean, here's the thing, como tú dices, and it's true. Like, yes, we can complain, like, oh my gosh, it's going up, everything's going up. Pero tenemos que comer. Tenemos que manejar. So, and I've been, ever since you said that, like, I've been thinking about that. Even though I still complain, but I'm just like, fuck, I still got to eat. I still got to drive. I still have to, you know, keep the lights on. So, it doesn't matter how high it goes. You still have to pay for it. But, yeah.
But I just feel like it's going to get harder for people to actually have a entry type of level job now.
You think so?
Just to make it out. Like, now you're really going to have to hustle. If before, in my time, I had to hustle for 2 jobs. I feel like people are going to mandatory have to have 2 jobs now. It's not going to be a choice.
And with the whole hustling thing, I don't know if this is in the direction that you were going to, but you know what? Maybe they should make the requirements a little. Do you think now that it's a $4 jump? No, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, it's a $4 jump. Do you feel like maybe the requirements should increase? Which you were saying like they should have a little bit more experience, right?
I'm just saying as a company.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the way they're going to go about it.
As they should, right? Because they're paying them more,
yes,
no?
But it sucks. It sucks for young adults that are coming out. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to have these opportunities as people before this law came in place. They were getting these opportunities, whatever it was. If it was $16.
Pues entonces, si quieres que te paguen bien, pues échale ganas. Échale ganas because
I think you're missing the point.
Okay, I think I am. I feel like I am. I feel like I'm disconnecting with your point.
Let's say it this way now. Let's say, okay, well, nobody wants to hire me. What's the first thing they're gonna maybe do?
Unemployment.
No. But what's the first thing that was not forced on us, but said to us to do?
Go to college.
Go to college. And what's gonna happen?
They're gonna get money.
Exactly. And what's with that? You're gonna be freaking in debt.
In debt.
So now it's going to be more beneficial to whoever gives us money out, right? But I feel like that's going to increase higher now.
Mm-hmm. Está cañón. Está cañón.
But I'm just saying this because we don't really see the other parts of how it's going to affect.
Pero ahí está también lo mismo. It's just how you're just going to have to hustle sometimes hasta que encuentres algo that that's for you.
Well, unfortunately, what I have heard is that these people, young adults, don't have that hustling mind or don't want to work. So that's what I'm trying to say. I see the future. It's coming to difficult terms. And again, some of you are going to make it. Some of you are not. Or it's going to be way harder, like that example that I gave you. If we worked 2 jobs before, it was because we did it. Because that was our mindset. But now I feel like it's going to be an enforcement to, hey, you don't need just 1 job. You need 2 now to survive.
And that's the thing. It's because, like, I know que siempre se, like, we even heard it. Es que los tiempos han cambiado. Es que los tiempos han cambiado. And I feel like they are changing, but maybe they're changing for the worst.
And rapidly.
Mm-hmm. And
as simple as what we just said, the whole changing the weather situation.
I know. But you know what? Yes, there are some, and you know what? Maybe we're just seeing this because we're adults now, and now we're seeing it different, and we're probably seeing exactly what our parents would see, and probably our parents were like, no, estos chamacos estos chamacos no tienen motivación. Because I mean, I feel like I would hear it too.
I think you're right.
So I think maybe it's not going to be that bad. Porque de todos modos, there's some kids that are hustlers, that have that hustler mind, that they're like that they want to be successful, and that are at least working, you know.
No, for sure there is some kids, but
we were just talking about it.
What has happened with adults now? That there's a lot of homeless. You know, there's an increase of homeless people. So if we have that increase of homeless and now we're making it harder for the young adults to get these entry-level jobs, it's going to go to the worst.
El que quiere, quiere.
As long as you have the mentality. As long as you have it.
Exactly.
If you don't, it's going to be hard.
El que quiere, quiere. The garbage kid proved it. The 2 kids that were delivering Amazon packages proved it. Miguelón has proved it. We proved it when we were younger. So, I mean, there's proof del que quiere, quiere. Y el que no, pues, figure it out. They're going to have to figure it out. I know it's tough. I know we go back and forth.
No, it's just more of like, you're thinking of it just like, obviously, I would think about it as well. Like, yes, I'm capable to do the situation, but I'm looking at it more as a country situation. Not looking at it as just like, oh, well, I know fulanito, I know myself. You know, I'm looking at it more of like how worse are we going to start becoming zombies? The whole zombie situation is going to come out. Like, is it moving faster to that situation?
And you're talking about the whole, I know, and right now that you mentioned the whole country, but at the end we're pretty much on our own. Like, we're on our own. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if 30% of the population decides, I don't know, maybe it is. Like if they decide to go on unemployment, the other 70% is probably going to be working.
Unemployment?
I don't know how much unemployment is right now.
No, I'm just saying, like, realistically, I don't think we're going to have unemployment any type. With this fast rate that people...
Everyone's going to have to work till they DIE. I'm like, pues ya que, si se acaba el Social Security, well, I'm going to have to be signing off everybody's receipt on, ¿cómo se dice? When you get out of Walmart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on then.
Yes. Well, onto a better note. So 19-year-old Jose...
Nunez?
It was Nunez?
No, I don't know. Sounds like
Nunez.
Jose Nunez.
Found something next to an ATM. Guess what he found?
He found a bag of moolah.
Cash.
A paper bag.
Just cash kidding. Money. Yeah, he found a bag full of money, and it had $135,000.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that. He did not want to keep the money because he said he didn't want to deal with his mom. He said he didn't want to have to deal with the chancla. I don't know if you heard that part, but he said...
That's a very good reminder not to mess with the moms. Huh?
Not nothing else, not the police, not nothing. But yeah, once he found it, I guess the ATMs have like a number, they do, like an 800 number. Yeah, like 1-800 number. He called them, he let them know, and then he also contacted the police. Mm-hmm. So for his good deed, the electric company from where he's from gave him $500, and the police gave him another $500. And then the University of New Mexico gave him season tickets to their football games. Mm-hmm. And then along with that, get this. So the police, they invited him to apply to their academy. Some academy, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but pretty much just to be part of the academy because, and the good thing is that he had mentioned that he wanted to be like a detective or a police officer. So... You know, that's already a good start. And he's already 19 years old, so that's going to benefit him to, just get his foot in the door. That really got his foot in the door.
Maybe he's going to start doing ride-alongs.
Ride-alongs too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe that's the type of program that he was applying to. So hopefully, I really hope that, he goes through with it and he becomes a police officer or an investigator, whatever it is that he wanted to do, because that's a really, really good opportunity. Yeah. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Another thing, Mr. Governor of your city, for Jose Nunez, hey, you should give him the key of the city.
Yeah, they've done that before. $135,000 and he only got $1,000. Y ya ves los comentarios. He's dumb. He should have kept it. Blah 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 blah. But isn't money traceable? También.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Like it can be traceable. But I mean, that's not the point. People were like going after, ya ves, ya te imaginas.
Yeah. And that's crazy how it was just sitting there because the worker forgot about it. I wonder what his karma was.
Man. But you know what? He probably didn't do it on purpose. Maybe he was having a bad day. It's happened to me before where it's like yesterday work was so I was busy. And I probably could have forgot something. I usually take my 10-minute breaks in between, and I didn't even take any 10-minute breaks. I took my lunch break, but I didn't take my walks like I normally do.
You're very true, but I wouldn't be forgetting $130,000.
Yeah,
sorry to say.
I know. I'm like, I wonder what happened there. I really want to know. I hope there's like a follow-up for that story, but okay, that's interesting.
And we're talking about $130,000?
$35,000.
$35,000. Another big dilemma going in the internet world.
Bum, bum, bum.
So the whole dilemma with Caitlin Clark, you know who she is? Have you heard of her?
I'm like, now I do because you told me. She's a basketball player. Well, she's a basketball player. I know you only told me that she's a basketball player, but you were surprised.
Yeah, she's very good as Stephen Curry.
Ooh.
¿Quién no conoce a Stephen Curry and Sarah?
Chef cooking. ¿Cómo dice chef cooking? No, okay, I'm not going to embarrass myself. Chef cooking in the kitchen with my...
Stir fry?
Chef
Curry,
cooking.
though.
Chef cooking.
I mean,
no, but he goes like this, no? Or like, no? Or is that a Mandela effect that I thought that he does that?
No, there is a song like that. But I think Stephen Curry has done that. I'm not, again, there's a lot of things that happen in the NBA when the game is going on. Maybe he did.
Yeah.
But the thing is that she was the #1 draft pick, and she plays like Stephen Curry.
Dang.
And I believe in this All-Star game for the man basketball, the NBA, I believe they both went against each other.
Stephen Curry and Clark? Dang.
And there was the whole three-pointer shootout. And I believe Stephen Curry is like an idol, or she analyzed him how he plays. So I feel like she plays the same way. But the whole thing about the money, that's the dilemma. That she only get paid like $300,000 for a 4-year deal and being the first draft pick. So for the NBA, the first draft pick, that's just a quarter of the amount of what she got paid for. So this guy in the NBA does make way more money than that. That's only a quarter of what she makes of his salary. So a lot of people are like, how can that be?
It's not fair.
Correct.
Like
But I think to make it fair, and this is very good opinions, is like, well, I'm not saying the WNBA is boring or anything like that, but the way to support it is by going to the games, buying, merch, these type of ways to obviously make the WNBA bigger. And the other dilemma with her is that Ice Cube has this league. It's called the 3 Men or the 3-Way, something 3 or the Big 3. No me acuerdo muy bien, but Ice Cube does have this league, and he was offering her $3.5 million.
Sheesh.
So that's why they were like, look at what you could have had, but you went with in this route. But obviously, she worked to be drafted to the WNBA, right?
Yeah. No, and I get it. And I want to go back to the point where you were saying that, just go buy merch and stuff like that. Because I did hear that. I did hear something where why is there such, ¿cómo se dice?
Gap of salary.
Yeah, such a big gap in the salary between NBA and the WNBA. But that's because a lot of people don't go to the games. And yes, me too. I can be one too where I'm like, oh, why is it like that? Like that sucks. But it's true because there's more people attending NBA games than the WNBA games.
Right.
So I just need to shut up or go to a game. And that's true. Go and support it.
To support.
Yeah.
That is correct. Like support for it could be bigger. And this is the thing. And this is, they believe, one of the reasons why she chose to go with that salary, because they feel that she's herself and people feel that she's capable of driving the WNBA now to a higher way to WNBA to be viewed now.
What team is she playing for?
Indiana, I believe. There's stats saying, that she is going to be a big movement at WNBA because this is the first time that the college basketball for the women has so much views.
Yeah.
And she was part of that as well. And I think there was even a coach saying like, oh, she was a big motivation for the college basketball for women, and obviously this last year that she was there because now she's drafted.
Well, I guess it didn't make a lot of noise because I haven't even seen it either. Well, I mean, you're probably more, your social media is probably more like on the,
come on,
on the sports side,
like basketball.
So it's probably, that's probably why you saw it.
Nah, but even like local radio stations were covering it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a big deal because obviously they feel like, again, WNBA, it's going to reach some level as the NBA now.
Yeah. Well, she needs support. I'm pretty sure she can't do it on her own. I mean, she did a lot. She made a lot of noise from what you're saying, that she made a lot of noise because a lot of people were watching. So let's keep that up and we can go to another games.
As good karma as you mentioned, I think a day or today, like these days that just passed, Nike just signed her a deal.
Woo!
And she's about to get above 20 million.
Okay, dang. See, that's all I was going to say. So even though she's getting that $300,000 salary, she can probably get sponsorships.
Right.
Most likely someone who is getting that much traction will probably get more sponsorships versus somebody else who is not making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, again, I guess she went with her heart and her passion.
Yeah.
And this is what she's getting back as a reward.
Good for her. Good for her. And see, that's another thing. Like leading up to this point, like who was she talking to? Who like, did she have the right connections? Because usually sometimes you have to have the right connections too. And I'm not saying like, oh, because, and I'm not going there, because I don't want people to get it twisted. It's like, oh, well, who was she talking to? It's more like, okay, who were you talking to? Because sometimes you do have to talk to the right people, and network, make connections with the right people so that they can help you. Or maybe
like
sometimes
you people that want to see you succeed and be more beneficiary for you.
Yeah.
And I think was one of the things that I sort of read, that I think they just made her a free agent so she was able to do this with Nike.
Yeah.
Again, I don't really know the whole agency situation, but I think that's what I read.
Yeah.
Like whoever she was working with, she became a free agent and she was able to make this deal with Nike.
Yeah. And sometimes, I mean, and not only like who what connections or networks did you make? But también some people can just by their performance can show a lot. Because I mean, that's how
definitely. I mean,
that
definitely she showed that.
Yeah, because I mean, there's recruiters, right? Like, I'm pretty sure she has to go to college, so I'm pretty sure there was a recruiter that was there watching her performance and was interested in her. So, I mean, I don't know how the whole thing's, but I mean, I have an
That's
idea.
what you said. As long as you have a great team alongside with you.
Yeah. All right. Well, that wraps it up, guys. I know we had a lot of topics for you guys, but I hope you guys were motivated, inspired by some of these topics. Okay. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please help us out. We're so close to hit our 400. Okay, just a couple more. Okay, that's going to be another milestone. And don't forget to follow us on TikTok and on Instagram.
I mean, Spotify and Apple Music.
And we will catch you guys on the next one. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. And yes, again, we'll catch you guys on the next time. Bye.